And that particular piece was used by a Roman builder about 2,000 years ago. And he helped make these enormous walls at Birr Castle, which is just inland from Great Yarmouth. The fabulous thing about this castle or fort is that the walls have remained pretty much intact. There would, of course, have been a balustrade on top, but look how big they are. They go right the way round this enormous expanse. There's a gate in the middle over there, right the way round, and they would have had a front wall along here, but that long since fell into what was the Roman harbour here. They were called the shore forts, and they were built by the Romans towards the end of their occupation of Britain, when they'd been here for about 300 years. And the reason they did it was because the Saxons kept attacking them. Bigger and bigger numbers, more and more organised. So they housed a huge garrison of cavalry here to protect them. And you're not very interested in any more Roman history. Not even if I told you that they got a beautiful glass collection out of this, and it's in the British Museum? No? Okay. Well, how's about 20th century history? Living history. But early 20th century. I'll show you some now. Right, I'm going to take you on a trip around 3 churches, starting here at Ludham, which is a favourite spot, not just because of its beauty, but because of this, St. Benet's Abbey, which has been here since 1020, when King Canute gave some land to a religious order which had already been here for quite some time. Now, this is the old gateway to the Abbey, and the strange thing is that this wind pump has been built onto 2 of the legs of the gateway much, much later on. If you come and have a look inside, it's really strange. And this in itself was later used as a farm. But you can see the entrance to the Abbey, which is now blackened by time, and how it's holding up this circular building. Really bizarre. But I suppose it's protecting the really old stone. We shouldn't complain too much. The Abbey grew in wealth and size because people kept giving it land. In fact, it ended up covering 38 acres out there. A huge property which had everything. Fish ponds, everything. Parishes, you name it. They were all in there. And it's still used to this day, although the last monk left in 1542. It's still used once a year. If you can see a tiny cross in the distance, the Bishop of Norwich comes out here and holds a service. And that cross is made of wood from the Sandringham estate. One of the greatest benefactors to the Abbey was a man called Sir John Falstaff. And if that name seems familiar, that's because Shakespeare used him as Falstaff. And both he and his wife are buried on this site. Stunning. Lots more to see though.